Hello, I'm David Kerr and you are watching Shalom World News. Here's your latest news headlines from around the globe. A court in Pakistan has acquitted a Christian man who had been facing the death penalty for blasphemy. 40-year-old Sawan Masih from the eastern city of Lahore was arrested back in 2013 after allegedly insulting the Prophet Mohammed during a conversation with a Muslim friend. The father of three was then sentenced to death in 2014 under Pakistan's blasphemy laws and has spent the last 6 years in prison. Mr. Masih's always denied the charge of blasphemy, claiming the allegation was fabricated by a local businessman who'd wanted to steal Mr. Masih's property and drive Christians from the local neighbourhood. This week, the Lahore High Court sided with Mr. Masih and quashed his conviction. Pakistan is an officially Muslim country. Its blasphemy laws have often faced criticism from human rights groups who view them as a legal mechanism for unjustly oppressing the country's religious minorities. The civil rights advocacy group, the Catholic League, has jumped to the defence of the charismatic Christian organisation People of Praise, of which US Supreme Court nominee Judge Amy Coney Barrett is a member. Catholic League President Bill Donohue notes that in a bid to block Judge Barrett's appointment, some of her opponents have suggested that People of Praise is, quote, a fringe cult. Mr. Donohue says that such claims are nonsense, stating that the ecumenical community is in fact comprised of many well-educated Christians. Hence, he says any US senator who wishes to vote against Judge Barrett will have to do better than representing People of Praise as, quote, some kind of nutty organisation. Judge Amy Coney Barrett was nominated to the Supreme Court by President Donald Trump following the death of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg last month. Judge Barrett is a practicing Catholic, a mother of 7, and a professor of law at Notre Dame University. Prayer is the most potent weapon that Nigerian Christians have when it comes to tackling the problems of Africa's most populous country. That's the proposition of Archbishop Augustine Akubeze of Benin City. He issued his comments upon the 60th anniversary of Nigerian independence this month in a speech entitled Urgent Call to Save Nigeria at 60 from Total Collapse. Archbishop Akubeze noted that it was difficult to celebrate the nation's Diamond Jubilee when so many Nigerians are poor, hungry, or subject to sectarian violence. The answer, though, to all these problems, he said, was prayer. He thanked all those who joined the bishops of Nigeria in praying for 40 days prior to the country's independence anniversary, an initiative which concluded with the recitation of the sorrowful mysteries of the Most Holy Rosary. People need assistance not to end their lives, but at the end of their lives. That's the message this week from the Catholic bishops of Queensland and Australia, as they prepare to mark No Euthanasia Sunday this weekend. The Government of Queensland, which is currently led by the Australian Labor Party, has asked an independent commission to provide draft legislation to legalise assisted suicide and euthanasia by March of next year. Regardless of what happens with any proposed legislation, say the bishops, the Church is tasked by God to care for both the dignity and salvation of individuals and to work for a just and humane society. They also stress the need for high-quality palliative care as an alternative to euthanasia. The Pontifical Charity Aid to the Church in Need is inviting families, parishes and schools around the world to participate in a prayer initiative entitled 1 Million Children Praying the Rosary. The intention of the campaign is to promote world peace and unity in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. The charity is asking children to pray with their families or parishes at 9 a.m. on Sunday, October the 18th, or at the same time the next day with their school. The Children's Rosary campaign began in the Venezuelan capital of Caracas in 2005. It was soon supported by Aid to the Church in Need, who took over the global organisation of the event 2 years ago. The Pontifical Charity is currently making prayer materials available on its website in 27 languages. The Catholic Church has joined with other Christian denominations and other religious leaders to request that the United States Congress increase funding to help protect places of worship from attack and vandalism. In a letter sent to members of Congress on Monday, the Interfaith Coalition asked for more funds to be directed to the Federal Emergency Management Agency's Non-Profit Security Grants Program. It was established by the US Department of Homeland Security in 2005 to provide grants to charities and places of worship to help enhance their security measures. This year, the body made $90 million available to charities and places of worship. The Interfaith Coalition are now asking for that figure to be increased to $360 million. Finally, after an 11-year wait, the Diocese of Trondheim in Norway has a new bishop. He's Bishop Erik Varden, and he was ordained on Saturday at the Cathedral of St. Olav. Bishop Varden is a Cistercian monk, spiritual writer and musician. He's also the first Norwegian-born Bishop of Trondheim. Born in 1974 into a Lutheran family, Eric Varden became a Catholic while a student at Cambridge University in England in 1993. He took his final vows as a Cistercian monk in 2007 in the Abbey of Mount St Bernard in the English county of Leicestershire. He was then ordained to the sacred priesthood in 2011 and elected Abbot of Mount St Bernard in 2015. As for the Diocese of Trondheim, it lasted a bishop in 2009 and has for the past 11 years been administered by the Bishop of Oslo. Congratulations, Bishop Varden, ad multos annos. Well, that's all for now. Do join me next time for some more news headlines from around the globe. Until then, may God bless you. Shalom.